Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to talk today about my experience with the Jehovian seals, otherwise known as the death seals. And this came up for me, you know how it is when you get on the synchronistic train and things keep showing up for you. And what really brought me on board with the Jehovian seals was the placement of them. And I will bring a diagram that I found on the internet. And they basically run all the way down the left-hand side, and there's 7 placements. They actually run down what's called the Ashayana line 7. I hope I've pronounced that right. And I had particular issues in every single one of those placements. Very notably as well, that I'd had a left knee problem they never found a cause for, and that's how I ended up getting seen for autoimmune and lupus. And I'd had this thing all down my left neck, which was also a placement. And then I've also been getting, over the last, I'd say, year, a lot of sort of spots of, not even headaches, but just sort of spots in my skull. And that's also on the placement. So literally and it's all the left. So every single placement, I've had some kind of problem, and maybe you will resonate with that as well. And that was really what brought me on board, and just the fact that I was so drawn to it. So they are essentially, supposedly they've been created by the Jehovian Anunnaki, and they're basically in the Earth's grid. So we're actually born with these. We're born with these seals, and they're what keeps us limited, basically. They're what keeps us from breaking through and ascending and accessing all of our potential. And they bring disease and eventually death. And they're what keeps us in the death cycle. And it's, apparently a really big time right now that we can break free of this. Whether you believe in this or not, just take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It really resonates for me. And one of the things that you can do is, if you go into YouTube and you put high Vecca codes, then you'll find a list of like a number of meditations and chants, and they're all free, so you can go and do those online. And there's also a couple of subliminals as well. And then I started playing with it myself, and I'm a bit new with this, but I did a meditation basically, and I tried to remove them myself. And what I saw, I'm just going to share with you what I personally saw. So I saw all these almost plugs, and they were connected by endless wires. And it's like, once I pulled the top one out, it was all connected to wires, and it like ripped down with all of them coming out, and then all these wires. But then what I noticed was they just kept on going back in. And it was like, it didn't matter what I tried to do to destroy them, they would just go right back in again. And the way that I seemed to manage to get them to stay out was to then draw like a white light seal around my body to almost seal it up so they couldn't get back in. I'm very new to this, so I will see how this goes. I know there's people that actually remove them, but I'm trying to, I feel like I'm good with these kinds of things, so I'm having a go at doing it myself. And this was the vision that I saw, this vision of these plugs that were connected by wires and cables, and they were all in one long strip, and you could just sort of rip them out with the wires, but then you had to kind of seal yourself up so that they didn't just fall back in again. So that's my experience with these Jehovian death seals. And I don't know if anybody else has had any experiences with them. I'm sure there's lots of people out there that know a lot more than me. I'm quite early on the journey, but I'm also sure that, there's lots of people that haven't heard of them. So this might plant the seed and get you researching down that path like somebody did for me. And I hope everyone is well. And yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts on these and any experiences. I'd really love to know. And I'll speak soon. Bye-bye.